Hey everybody! Well, once again, I just got back from seeing my last show of the year, so, and since I don't see myself seeing anything else this year, because there's actually nothing else going on, once again, it is time for my ranking of every show I've seen in 2025. I've seen a total of 7 shows and throughout this year, and I'm here now to talk about and rank each one of them that I've seen through the year. Starting of course all the way back in February when I saw A Midsummer's Night's Dream. Now, I will admit, this was before another entry on this list. This was the only play for a while that I ended up seeing this year. And while I appreciate the work of William Shakespeare, I didn't like it. I am not a massive fan of Shakespeare. And nothing against the cast who did the show, but Shakespeare's just not my thing. And I did enjoy it, but I'm not a massive Shakespeare person. And then this next one, you guys know this one because I posted a review of it after I got back from seeing it. Back in April, and of course, I'm referring to Dear Evan Hansen. Now, if you want to know my full thoughts on what I thought of the recent tour of Dear Evan Hansen, go watch my review on it. So I have to say, this one probably one of my favorites of the year, but I'll rank everything at the end to see which one places where. So yeah. Dear Evan Hansen in April. Then in May, I ended up seeing Shrek the Musical, which this is actually I had known what Shrek was since I was a kid, and this was the first time I've actually gotten the chance to see it live. And I enjoyed it because I knew some people in it. But mainly because I finally got the chance to see it live. This show back in May, ironically, they staged it a lot like the most recent US tour, which I had tickets to but didn't see last year, though now looking back on it, it's probably a good thing I didn't. But hey, I finally got to check this off the bucket list of shows I've seen for the year. Alright, next. Okay, ironically, I didn't see much until, I didn't see, a whole bunch of things this year, sadly, mainly because, and also I spent probably more than I probably should have, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, the next one happened, ironically, in November, so with Legally Blonde Jr. And okay, I'm just gonna say I don't like the junior version of the show. I don't, because it cut out so much of the first act. It cut so much of the first act. Positive was cut. Ireland Reprise was cut. And a bunch of the there was no Greek chorus, a bunch of the second act. They still did, yet ironically, they still did Bend and Snap. Explain that to me. And there was no Take It Like a Man. There's no Elle in Warner Love Story. There's not even there wasn't even the song Legally. There wasn't even the Legally Blonde ballad. Yeah, I enjoyed seeing Legally Blonde, but I did not. I do not care for the. I do not care for the junior version because it makes no sense. Otherwise, it cuts off half the story, but I'll save it for the ranking. All right, next one is the show I saw last weekend on the 6th of December, and I have to say I actually liked it a lot better than Legally Blonde Jr. And this is actually the third time I've ended up seeing this particular show, not this particular production, but this particular show, and it's The Nutcracker. 3 years ago, I saw another production of it, which if you've seen I think it was ranking the show, every show I saw in 2023, you know I ended up seeing the show. And if you saw my first collection video for my programs, you know I saw the first ever theatrical thing I saw was the Elena Belén Nutcracker. So this show, I have a history with the show. So yes, and The Nutcracker is what it was, show number 5. Then yesterday, show number 6 was a cutesy little one act 45-minute kids show called Christmas Scene Investigators. And this was the second, and this is the only other play I saw this year. And I will admit, it was cute, though I feel like they could have had a longer runtime, fleshed out the story more. Because it was literally like you're paint by numbers, like this, and this. And it turns out, the mystery, Santa Claus took. The Santa Claus statue was taken by the principal. Either way, that the show was cute. And rounding it off, lucky show number 7. I just got back from seeing it. Forgive me, I had to print out the playbill because for whatever reason they're digital. Either way, A Christmas Carol. Yeah, and also the thing that's different about this one to any other, it's a musical. Yeah, A Christmas Carol musical. It actually worked. It actually works a lot better than you think it would. And although I'm not humming the tunes or anything, it was pretty cute. It was. I think my favorite song was probably Drink It In, which was the end of Act 1 number. Hang on. Yep. Drink it in. So, alright, now for the ranking. Okay, so with everything in mind, my ranking for the year. Okay, even though I'm not even though I did just rag on Legally Blonde Jr., this was still my least favorite show of the year, coming in at the bottom. And then at number 7. By the way, I'm ranking it 7 to 1, 1 being the best, 7 being the worst. So, and that's Midsummer Night's Dream at number 7. Number 6, Legally Blonde Jr. Yeah. I already said why I didn't like the show. Nothing against the actors, but just the junior version of the show. And then afterwards, ooh, that's tough. Okay, coming in at number 5. No, number 5 is the Nutcracker. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed seeing the Nutcracker again. It was cute. I got to add it to my list it added to my number of shows for the year. But every time I see it, it's still not my thing. I can appreciate it now, but it's still not my thing. Even though I say that, I'm more than likely going to end up seeing Nutcracker again at some point in the future. So, all right, next. All right, coming in at now the top 4. All right, so coming in at number 4 is actually something you might not expect. Number 4 was actually, don't get me wrong, it was adorable, but I've seen better. But again, it's kids theater, so number 4. And then number 3, actually, had you asked me before I ended up seeing the show I saw tonight, it would have been higher on this list of my ranking. But number 3 for my ranking, Shrek. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, considering I obsessed with Shrek for like the longest time when I was younger. It's number 3. Number 2 actually being the Nutcracker. Sorry, redo. Number 2 being A Christmas Carol. And you know what? Yeah, I'll admit it's cute, and even if the songs I didn't think were that catchy, it was good. So obviously, considering what I just said earlier in the video, you know what's left. My number 1 show for this year, Dear Evan Hansen. Was there any doubt? Like, this show, like, I love the fact that I got to see this show live, and that I managed to catch the probably one of the last replica tours, and probably the last professional production, because fun fact, the licensing rights to it are actually now available through Concord Theatricals. So I'm like, So probably in the next few years I'll probably end up seeing Dear Evan Hansen through both community theater productions and maybe even a regional production. But that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. I more than likely will not be uploading anything else for the rest of the... No, I might upload something, but it depends on how I'm feeling at the time. But since more than likely this will be my final video for the year. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me what all shows you saw this year. Leave a comment. Let's get this discussion going. And if I don't upload again before the end of the year, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I will see you in 2026. Bye.